Hey, I'm Jeff Thu, professional shitbag, and you are listening to the Anime Summit Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit Podcast. It's your favorite bitch, Samzabom, the Turkey Tom, the CD-ROM, Alien Queen coming from Area 51, and of course with me is Alien Hunter Nick.
Oh crap, I couldn't think of what I was gonna say.
God, you're like the one who's like, we gotta do the meme.
Sam, that was perfect. That was perfect.
I set it up. I set you up.
I know, Alien Hunter Nick. Fuck.
We're gonna leave it like that. No, leave it.
All right, I'm gonna bag me a thick alien waifu. There.
Jesus.
You just heard another voice in here, and that is because Manime Matt's here with us today. So, Manime Matt.
What up? Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to Area 51 and pass out like business cards, so like because the weebs are gonna be there. And that's
That's
good
genius.
place to like get a couple extra subs.
And then the FBI is gonna raid your house and be like, "Are you implicated?"
Are you?
I don't know.
Were you an
really
organizer
off
of this?
Yeah.
We noticed that everyone was sub to you. Oh, sorry.
Sub, is that some sort of sexual act?
Sexual act.
It was just
matter
sub
of
for
fact.
sub, bro.
Sub for sub. Sub for sub.
That sounds
Sub
like
for sub.
the least interesting like sexual experience one could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
hey,
subs.
baby, you want to go back to my place and do a sub for sub?
Oh God. We just
it's
both
like
sit there and pretend like nothing's gonna happen.
It's where you take a submissive and a Subway sandwich, and you just have a Subway sandwich together. That's all it is.
Good time right there.
Someone Urban Dictionary that right now. I'll like put in the entry. Sub for sub.
Sub for sub.
Jesus.
When a gaggle of anime YouTubers give each other their business cards.
Oh my God, that's it.
Hey, speaking of Nick giving people sub for subs or doing sub for subs, today's topic is Anime Expo reports. That's what we got Matt here, dog. It's Matt's third time here, obviously, and he's been here before, and we love him. He's awesome. And he decided to come on because him and Nick were hanging out at Expo together, and they were doing sub for sub, sub for sub, sub for sub. They were doing the Japanese businessman thing where they bend over and go, oh, and they have like the business card out.
It is a
and they
great
bow.
honor.
Yeah. Oh.
I just want to point this out, Nick. I loved how many times you always like apologize about the shitty quality of your business card. Literally any person.
Well,
It
no,
could be like,
Sam
to, like,
did a great
some-
job on short notice.
Yeah, because I
But it
cut
was
them
short
all
notice.
stupid.
So, yeah.
Because I didn't go to my regular printer because I was like,
Did you cut them like by hand? Like, what
yeah, I did
happened?
cut them by hand.
Oh, okay, that's why. That makes sense. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty good considering you did it by hand.
I'm not blaming the the quality was like okay from what I could tell. It was just funny because literally every time we stopped and we were talking about and we were like passing out business
Let me
cards,
find a good
Nick would
one.
like pull out like a huge stack of them and like look through them and like analyze the quality. He's like, 1 second, I'm gonna try to find you one of the good ones. And he's been like 3 to 5 minutes picking one out to give to like some random kid we're talking to.
Right. So like just real quick, okay, let me explain. Because my normal printer, because everyone knows I'm a graphic designer, okay, I have a go-to printing place that I go to get them done, and I could have had 100 of them done for like $20-some, and I could have had them rushed to me, and I procrastinated, and I was like, you know what? I'm afraid they're not going to get here on time before Nick leaves, so I better just go to FedEx Kinko's and see if they do double-sided business cards, and they were trying to charge me $50 for like 50 of them.
Oof.
And I was like,
that's a lot.
and I was like, it's like, or I could print you like 4 sheets and then you could cut them yourself and then you could pay $15. And I'm like, what the like, that's just like, it's so stupid.
Do you have one of those like art cutters that's like a
No, I use the cutter
like
there.
a guillotine?
No, I use the cutter there, which is stupid. It's like a slide cutter kind of thing. And I was like, where's the guillotine cutter? Like, why don't I have that right now? You know, because that would have been way more useful and easier than using that slide cutter thing, because I ended up ruining like 4 of them because it like bent them all stupid with the blade going above them, and I'm like, that the measuring thing doesn't even work. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm flaming right now, but it's
I'm
stupid.
gonna let you know a secret for someone who prints a lot of business cards. Office Depot, like $35 for $500, and they're high quality. Like they're nice.
I might go through there and see the next time. Yeah, because like
Ask for bone
God.
shell white.
bone gosh. Nick
always
always
gotta-
says that every
I gotta
time we talk
reference
about
American
business cards.
Psycho.
You should do them on bone shell white, bro. God.
Oh man, classic.
Anyway,
scene.
so later we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about Anime Expo, and I'm gonna just kind of anchor Nick and Matt to talk about their experience. But real quick, we're gonna take a little small break right here. Okay.
Penis. I just want you to have that for me.
We're sponsored by Penis.
Okay. Anyway. Check that out for me, okay? And always
Check
links
out
to
the
Anime
penis for me.
Summit.
He's just laughing after.
Links on
No
Anime
explanation. No one knows what
Fucking
happened.
Oh my god. Links on Anime Summit.
Sherry's Berries.
Please go there.
Go to
leave
Sherry's
your girl-
Berries.
Leave your girl and Nick a tasty review, please, on iTunes also. And I'll go to Patreon. Right now we just have a tier, like a tier 1, just $1, like tip jar. And me and Nick are working on more tiers for awesome things for the patrons to do. Shout out to all the current patrons right now.
Yeah, we got
Thank
we
you
got a
so
bunch
much.
of them. We
Which
got
is awesome.
So far the tiers are we will verbally assault you on Twitter. That's $1 tier, and $5 tier you get our bathwater. So working on $10 tier.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Oh man. Apparently, I read that some scientists actually explored the contents of the water, and there was no traces of human DNA in it. It was just regular water.
Well, no, I think some of them were real, but then they were labeled with this is for sentimental purposes only. Do not drink.
Well,
they didn't
but
want
it
people to get
says
sick,
on the
whatever, but-
but on the website it says this is my bathwater. Do not ingest. It's for sentimental purposes
Yeah.
only.
That's what I just said.
And but he found that there were no traces of human DNA in it. So she was literally just selling regular water, and she lied about it. So that's
wow, the ultimate fraud.
well, I mean, she'd get in trouble, right? I mean, if you're saying a product is one thing and it's not that thing.
I mean, look
Again-
at all the insurance companies. They don't get in trouble, right?
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jesus.
we went there.
You got flood insurance. Says here you don't. Get fucked.
Gotta get volcano insurance, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get volcano insurance. Anyway,
Dude, speaking of insurance, Californians, I hope you had earthquake insurance.
yeah, there was a couple earthquakes when you guys were there, or when Nick was
Quite
there.
a
Yeah,
few,
when both of
yeah.
you were there. Yeah, and then I remember because one of our listeners lives in the area, and he was trying to hang out with Nick, and they were like, "Oh, did you feel that, Nick?" He's like, "Ah."
No, we were
Aqua
blaming
yell.
it on me. It's like, guys, I took 3 poops today.
Yeah.
I must have caused it.
It's like, oh man, someone Nick.
They didn't
farted.
start. They didn't start till Nick got there.
Oh my god. Anyway, Waifu and his bando always goes to the guest choice for Waifu and his bando. So who you got, Matt?
So for my waifu, I gotta go with Nezuko from Demon Slayer.
GG.
She's gorgeous. It's I was like I need to think of a good waifu. Let me look for my last season.
Is
I'm like,
she the
Nezuko.
demon girl?
Nezuko. Yes, she is.
Yeah, it's the main character's sister. Yeah.
You
Well,
like
she got the
demons? Why don't
little-
you like aliens?
Demons are something special and personal. Aliens are far away in distance.
That's true.
That's my reasoning. Also, Nezuko is just adorable.
She
Yeah, which
still
is in
has
the little
the
basket.
the mouth guard, right? Like the bar over
It's
her mouth.
it's
or
like a
something?
scroll. Yeah, that keeps her, not.
She's like
acting
Hannibal,
demon-like.
basically. She'll eat your liver with fava beans. With
No, you got it right.
farv
Fava
beans.
beans.
Fava beans and a nice Chianti. Yeah.
Nice conti.
Yes, Chianti. I don't
yeah,
know who's your husbando.
Nangatsuku. Nagatsuku. Oh, God damn, I cannot speak Japanese.
Nagatsuka.
Nagatsuka. From A Silent Voice. The show is getting a nice little like boost because it got on Netflix. And
That's right, it did.
He deserves some reputation. So
They have a bunch of big movies on Netflix now. I think they have In This Corner of the World too. I thought it was on there. I don't know about Your Name. I don't think that's on Netflix.
no, it's not on Netflix because A
Because
Silent Voice is popular right now,
Thing.
and that's the only reason why.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I like a silent voice a little better. I don't know.
Makoto
We had a whole
Shinkai,
episode on that.
he does one thing.
Yeah.
He draws
I'm-
feet and backgrounds.
Oh, Silent Voice is so good. I love that fucking show.
Machado Shenanigans is his name. Yeah.
Yeah, Silent Voice is
freaking-
good. Yep.
So here we go, Anime Expo 2019 with Manime Matt. How was it? How was it? Just like real quick, give me a quick like how you felt about it. The
Oh, I
whole
loved
thing
it.
in general. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, Anime Expo this year was really good. I just kind of got lucky the whole con. Not in that sense, unfortunately, but I did have a lot of fun. Like I got into like a rooftop party on 4th of July. We got into the con early by chance on day one, just because of the time we showed up. We kind of like min-maxed it by accident. Didn't end up really waiting in any long lines besides that first one for like an hour.
Yeah. The first line was the worst. First day is always real bad.
Yeah, but after that, like it just kind of everything just kind of worked out. I just had a ton of fun. Went to the Faku party, had a blast there. Met up with so many people. This was like the first con where I don't think I was like alone at any point. No, that's not true. I think I was by myself for like 20 minutes before Sam found me, Anime Sam, and then we hung out for like 2 hours after that.
Okay, dope. What about you, Nick? You thought it was pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was good. The first day of the con for me was kind of weird. Like I was trying to contact people that whole day, and I'm like, "Yo, we should hang out." And like basically that first day, I was just doing my own thing, and it was kind of nice too, like just chilling on at my own pace. And then I did end up like making contact with a bunch of people, but they weren't able to hang out until the next days. So like the first day, I was just like solo. But yeah, it was still really fun. I got to go to a bunch of things that I wanted to. I missed a couple of things I wanted to go do, but I mean, I was still doing cool stuff outside of that. But yeah, it was good. Earthquakes made it even better.
There was a couple. There was a couple of our longtime Discord people, and actually one of our guests, Chris.
Yeah, I met up with him on either I think it was Friday or Saturday.
No way.
Yeah,
Man, I'm so jealous. He's so cool. Like, he doesn't get shouted out often enough, but he was one of the first like people that we let in, like back when we were on Slack before Discord.
dude, he was
Yeah.
like one of the first like 5 people.
Yeah, he was awesome. Chris is
The
awesome. And
OG.
we plan on having him guest on the hentai episode when we redo the hentai episode. But hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I was telling Manime Matt about we had somehow 100,000 views on a podcast episode on YouTube, and it wasn't even good.
Yeah, the hentai
It was like
ep, yeah.
legitimately kind of bad.
A bunch
Welcome
of
to
people
the
commented
YouTube.
on it though.
Yeah, no, but like even for whatever you would consider bad, I think it was probably a little worse than that. So it's like, I was like, oh, the algorithm must have helped us that day.
A bunch of people commented and were like, "Oh yeah, I love that one," or like, "Oh yeah, you guys are missing out on this, this, and this," and
Yeah,
this
'cause-
guy and
well, that was
whatever.
before we did show sheets too, so it was just like it was a shit show.
Well, no, I just meant missing out as in like, oh, you guys should. A lot of people were like, oh, you guys should watch this one. Like, you guys haven't seen this one, you should watch this one and shit. They were,
Oh
like,
yeah,
recommending A
recommending.
bunch of porn. It was awesome.
So
So
there's other podcasts that like cover hentai like on a consistent basis, but I mean,
yeah, I
it-
should.
I think those are behind like patron walls and stuff, but still.
I think there's a guy on Pornhub who does like legitimate reviews of
Dude, that's
hentai.
awesome.
And,
I want
like,
someone to do that with like a tier list with like actual porn stars, and then
There
have
you
them
go.
comment on it.
I bet you that's a real thing if you look for it.
I should see if I can contact like one of the, because sometimes they get porn stars to do the dub in some hentai. Like, they get actual porn stars to do dubbing. Like,
Oh, yeah,
and I should see if I can get one of them to guest on it.
Why
Dude,
not?
You
dude?
could be
Let's just ask
surprised
them.
who you could get. if you
Dude,
just
that'd be
asked.
sick.
Let's ask some cam girls too. Why not?
Dude, that'd be fucking dope, dude.
I mentioned cam girls like every episode.
I know, fucking Nick and his cam girl. Is such
It's a funny
fucking
meme,
creeper.
all right?
It's not a meme to you.
Wasn't
okay?
the girl
We
who
all
sold
know,
her
we all know
bathwater
it. We all know what you're
The
doing.
bathwater
okay?
girl was basically one, right, or something?
No, she's
She
not a
was
cam
one.
girl.
Oh, she's a gamer
Was
girl
she-
or
was
a
she one?
Twitch streamer?
Yeah,
I think
she's
she
a good
wasn't. She was a
streamer.
cam girl at first. I think.
No, I don't know. I think she does
think
non-nude
so.
stuff. She's-
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, Nick would know.
Glasses push. I haven't found her on any of the usual sites.
So, what events did you guys go to? You guys go to a lot of events, or do you guys just kind of just walked around a bunch, or?
I just walked around a ton. Like that's basically all I did. I went to one panel the entire convention. Then other than that, I just kind of went to parties and that was and hung out with people and just talked.
And you and the dealer room, obviously, or whatever. But
didn't
you didn't
spe-
go to like any of the showings or concerts or anything.
No, I mean I went to let's see. I went to the Faku party. That was like the big thing. And then like what was it? I went to a rooftop party Thursday, Faku party Friday. Saturday I didn't go to a party because we were gonna check out early in the morning. And then other than that, we went to Lounge 21 a couple of times and hung out there. Got to see my favorite band, Captain Savvy, sing along. These guys are great. They're only good
it's like
live,
it's like a legit song, and then it turns into a lewd, what's it called? They kind of make fun of what they're singing about, right? Where they're like, "We're gonna fuck outside" or whatever.
Yeah.
Was that
them? That was them. Yeah.
It sounded like it was like a legitimate song. I'm like, oh, it's kind of catchy. It's a real song. Oh, it's one of those. Okay, but it was
Nick,
funny.
You didn't go to any, did you? You didn't really go to any events, did you?
I didn't go to the ticketed events, like the concerts.
Okay.
Although I did hear that I think they had a Love Live concert, which was supposedly like people on Twitter were saying that was awesome. So maybe if I go again, I'm gonna try to hit that up, because like it's like the glow stick thing where everyone's like chanting like yeah. And everyone's jumping up and down and it's super high energy. But actually the year prior, me and Mac were at like a free, not Kiznu AI, but the other AI. She's like a 3D idol, and they had it in one of like the rooms with a panel, because we just sat through.
Miku?
It might have been. We were just sitting in a room. We were waiting for the Overlord panel, and before that,
Did she have
like
green hair?
she might have been a different one. But anyway,
How do you not know who Hatsune Miku is?
I don't
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
kind
who
of
that
surprised.
is.
Even
I
I
know who that
that
is. All right, she's an idol. She's famous. She's real too. But like, yeah, we were waiting for another panel, and we saw one of those, and a couple of people had glow sticks. So that's one of the things. Like, if you don't have a glow stick, what are you doing? You gotta have a glow stick.
What are you doing even? Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I
what
went
kind
to a
of
bunch of
people-
panels and events and stuff like that. I missed the Evangelion panel and the Super Eye Patch Wolf panel, which I'm salty about. But like, I was doing other fun. We were like doing Korean barbecue, so like that was also really good. So it's like, there's no. If I would have done the other thing, then I'd be like, damn, I should have gone to the barbecue. But
Did you guys meet anyone famous, like any of the con guests or anything?
We hung out with Jeff a little. Not hung out. We met up with Jeff.
That's Mother's Basement.
Yeah.
For all
Mother's
you
Basement.
people who aren't
Mobo.
besties like we
Best. Yes, I am.
because I'm
bestie.
clearly his bestie.
I mean, I think I can definitely
you guys-
call us friends. Like,
I think you guys are friends. I'm like
you
a
guys
very
are friends.
I'm like an ultra distant acquaintance that he vaguely remembers, which is okay. I'm okay with that. So
He guested on here one time. We should get Matt and Jeff to guest
That'd be cool,
on here
yeah.
at the same time.
because I know
yeah.
he was
There
trying
you
to do the Weebcast and like various, but I'm Mother's Basement. He's like really busy, so
He's super, yeah. He goes
So, like,
hard in his videos, man, like Matt does.
Yes,
Like,
go
for
hard.
real.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's
So
different
you
ways
hung-
to do it, right? So
You hung out with so you hung out with Jeff. But like any other like the VAs or anything like that or no?
Didn't really hang out with any VAs. I tried to get a hold of David Vincent because I used to know him like back in the day, but he was busy because he's doing a bunch of shit. Then who else was it? Hung out with Aki Dearest and Joey the Anime Man.
Oh, damn, you saw them?
VA. Yeah, we all went and got lunch together at one point.
was that like early on or something, or?
Yeah, it was a little bit earlier in the con. It was okay. Like, it was nice. It was interesting to say the least. Oh yeah, Misty Cronexia was there too. They're all super friendly.
Yeah. Well, there's one guy, I think Jeff mentioned it, but it was like
He wasn't there. He was not there.
Well, no, there's like one of the smaller anime YouTubers who like went up and was like giving Jeff a hard time about something on Twitter. I don't remember what it was, but some kind of AniTube drama. But it was like the guy was like one of those people who he refused to uncover his face. So it's
Yeah,
like,
no, that
okay,
was,
well, he's one of those people. So
Yeah, that was Unknown Otaku.
yeah.
Actually, I met up with Unknown Otaku. I can't believe I'm going to say this. He wasn't that bad of a guy. Like, we talked for a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been a
She seemed
misunderstanding type of thing. So
But yeah, I mean, it was it's just YouTube drama. I try to keep my head out of that as much as possible because
yeah.
same.
Well,
I'm
sometimes
not a
it's
fan of
mutual,
drama in
though.
general, and then anything
with
on
the-
social media is like times 10. So it's like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes though it's like beneficial for everybody because like everyone gets more clicks. Like the Digibro thing where he's like talking shit about all the YouTubers, and then everyone talks shit about him, and then it's just like. But at the same time, everyone's getting probably more subs, right? More clicks, more sub for
yeah,
sub.
you get more views and like more interest, but I don't like growing through that manner.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about this, and then freaking who was it? God, I always forget his name. I just know him by Joe. dropped a video on me the day before the con, and literally any person I talked to was like, "Did you see that video Joe made on you?" I'm like, "Yes, for the love of God."
Oh, it was
For
like
the
a hit
18th
piece type
time.
thing.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't a hit piece per se. Like there was just like I think he was seeing my views in a different light, my videos in a different light, and I had to like kind of break down the difference between my content and his content. And we talked it out. Like he was reasonable after we sat down and just kind of talked in the comments for a little bit. But yeah, it was just like drama like that like just tilts me, because then literally the first thing anyone asks me like when I see someone like that is like, "Oh, did you see such and such?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck it." Like I like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to.
Well, it's like when you're a really famous band and like a band member gets kicked out, and then the rest of like the interviews for like the next year are about that one guy you kicked out or person you kicked out. It's like, okay, just shut up about this. Like, we're trying to talk about our new album, whatever.
Well, that was the thing. Like, any person who asked me, I was like, I left my response in the comments. Just read the comments. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so much that he made the hit piece on it. It's just that every conversation inevitably had that coming up when I was talking to anyone who knew me on the internet. It was like, oof. But what else? Yeah, that was. So I hung out with Aki, Joey, Sea Dog VA. Evan was there.
Evan Minto or.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
He's a really good friend of mine.
He looks a lot different than he sounds on his podcast. It's really funny. Like, but it does make sense though. Like I always imagine him looking like shorter hair or whatever, but he has like long hair or something.
Yeah, well, I see him a lot. Like we both live relatively close.
Oh yeah, because you guys are California based. So
yeah, he's like just one of my sort of IRL friends. And then also, who else was it? Mudan TV, Joseph, Thomas, whatever you want to call him. It's so confusing. Was there. That was a blast. It was so good to meet him IRL. Someone I've been friends with since so like what, had 300 subs.
Nice, dude.
That's
So
pretty
that
good.
was-
Did you
that
go
was
to
really cool.
VidCon?
No, I couldn't afford it. I was gonna go to VidCon, and then I got in a car wreck and had to buy a new car. So,
Oh god.
and then I couldn't go to VidCon.
Sounds like one of our Discord members who was probably going to go to AX this year, but they couldn't go. So, shout out.
Damn.
Same thing. But yeah,
The call out.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
always
the
fun to
LA
like see
Convention
people
Center
at
again, right?
Conventions. Yeah, LA
Yeah, it's the
Convention
LA
Center.
Convention.
And do they have it booked for next year, or was this the last year?
I think it's still booked for next year. At the
And
LA
then
Convention Center.
2021 is like it expires or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not. I think so.
They may or may
There's
not renew it.
talks about switching it to Anaheim, which I'm a fan of because Anaheim's a lot closer drive for me. But
Yeah, because you guys still had to stay at an Airbnb. It
Yeah.
wasn't to the point where you could just like drive back and forth.
Unfortunately not. Yeah.
So the only panel you guys really went to was Jeff's then, right?
Well, yeah, together, but I went to like a couple of separate ones solo.
Oh, okay. What panel did you go to?
I'm scrolling through the list right now. I'm trying to remember. Oh, and speaking of Evan Minto, he did the Evangelion panel, or one of them. He did like the history of it or the background of it. And I'm like,
Did he
oh
do a
shit.
panel?
Yeah, he did.
That
And
bitch.
I think like Mike Toole was there or somebody. Yeah, one of the OG like American otakus. Or no, he works for like Discotech, I think. But anyway, I think it was him.
No, that can't be right, because Evan straight up said he hadn't gone to a single panel this year. Are you sure that was him?
Maybe he hadn't visited one, but he was running one, I think. Or maybe he was at the panel. I don't know.
I mean, I'll ask.
Don't quote me on this.
I was about to say, I'm not sure if this is.
I thought
buying this from
I thought
you.
I saw him tweet about it. He's like, "Yeah, your panel went well when Mike Toole says it was a good panel." And I'm like, "Oh shit, he did the Evangelion panel." I honestly I didn't even realize that was going on. I'm like, "Oh no, there's the Super Eye Patch Wolf panel." Cuz that was it's like the same time, and that's what I was like looking at.
Oh, I feel bad. I didn't get to see John this year. Super Eye Patch Wolf. Usually, I always like make it my job to go talk to him and shoot the shit a little bit, but unfortunately not.
I got a chance to meet him 2017 for like just like a handshake type of thing. And that was awkward. I was like, "You guys should guest on our podcast. Do you have a business card?" No. So I brought him this year. Same thing.
Oh, yeah.
with, Digibro and yeah.
Yeah,
Like
no,
everyone
you
knows.
really should go after John, because John, he loves podcasts. Like he at one point I think asked to be on ours, and the only reason we didn't put him on was because we were like not running it at the time.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like I both like want to be on someone's podcast, but I also just enjoy listening to other people. I don't want to like have to do work sometimes where it's just like, there's other anime podcasts. Like, yeah, I'd love to guest. Like we met up with the anime YouTubers meetup right at the Tom's Urban, the drinking area.
Yeah.
And one of the members from our anime podcast was there, shocking, and we were talking and we were like, yeah, we should guest on each other's podcasts. That would make sense. And I was also telling her, I'm like, yeah, but I also enjoy just kind of listening to you guys too, do your own thing. Like, I don't want to intrude too much, but yeah, I'll definitely, we could sub for sub if that makes sense.
There you go.
So
Sub for
that actually became a meme at the.
Yeah. I think you
Sub
were
for
the one who
sub?
said it, or somebody was.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, like just might as well embrace it. Like sub for sub.
Sub for sub. So how was the dealer's room, you guys?
Dealer's room. It was cool. I enjoy the dealer's room. I like the atmosphere of it.
I didn't actually really go into the dealer's room until Sunday, and then I had a blast, and I blew way too much money.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
Like,
buy more than the Doujin?
Oh, I bought more than the Doujin. We can talk about the Doujin in a bit, but yeah, I bought a BioShock like bag, like a whole bag of BioShock stuff, and then I bought a bunch of Bakugo merch because I'm a weak man.
Did you get the Nendo?
No. I just got like a plush. I'm actually holding him right now. It's not even a good plush, which is what I'm mad about. I should have got a good plush of Bakugo, but I was desperate. I just wanted one.
At least you didn't get like 5 oversized posters that you won't be able to fit in your room, like I did.
Nick is always getting posters. It's like, dude.
I'm like, guys, this is an awesome poster. Oh shit, I don't have space.
I've banned the purchase of posters for myself because I literally have no room on my back wall anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, actually, me and Chris were there. Kurisama, we were like looking at the posters, and that's when I was like texting Sam and be like, Sam, which one do you want?
I was like, bitch, give me that one. Fuck.
Nadesco poster.
Yeah, I gotta get oh, Nadesco, I want to take a shot. I gotta give Nick money for that, but I have to probably wait till
We could actually
next
like
week
do a
or-
giveaway with some of the extra posters too. The only issue,
sure, yeah.
the only issue would be like shipping, but whatever. But we were talking about panels. I got to a few panels just to mention. The Anime News Network panel,
Oh,
it was
that's right, sorry,
decent. It was
panels.
okay. Zach Birchie, he does a ANN cast. I like reading and listening to his content. That was pretty cool. One of the fun, like every time Trigger shows up, it's always fun to go to their panels at least once, just so you know what it is, because they do live drawings, and Hiroyuki Imaishi and various other Trigger staff are there. And one time they were, or they were like, they're drawing as like the host of the panel is talking about their next, upcoming Kill la Kill video game or whatever, and they show a picture of Ryuko that Imaishi is drawing, and somebody from the audience yells out, "My wife!" And he's just like, he mumbles to himself, "My wife too." It was really funny to me. He said it like almost a little sadly, but like maybe it was just a mumble, but I'm like, yeah, that is your wife.
Dude, Ryuko is 10 out of 10. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Kill la Kill If looks super sick. I can't wait to buy that.
Yeah, the
Looks
Trigger
dope.
panels are always great. They do giveaways. I walked out of the panel before, like every time there's a Trigger panel, they give away like Trigger bucks or some kind of poster, and like this time they had a poster, and I walked out because I had to go to the bathroom, and then the panel ended before I could get back in, and they were like handing out these posters. And I'm like, shit, could have had another
Shit.
poster I couldn't fit.
God, Nick is always pooping.
I'm saying, dude.
Poop at the wrong time.
my biggest regret for the con is that I didn't go to the Palmair premiere. I
Oh,
heard it was
Promare, yeah.
fantastic.
Dude.
Yeah, Promare was people liked it, I think. What's the Mal rating?
Yeah, it's gotten overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Oh,
I know the
shit.
character designs are really cool. It's
Dude,
like a
they're sick.
firefighters, but not really.
Yeah, it's
Which-
weird.
I confuse it with Fire Force, which is not. That's David Productions, but
How did you do that?
what do you mean? They're firefighters. They're all firefighters.
Yeah, that's like confusing Digimon with Pokemon, though. It's like they're still
Yeah,
really
same, they're
different.
both
One's a
mons.
movie, one's a series.
They're both Mons. Get off my
They're
back.
both Mons. A hot dog is not a sandwich.
Actually, it is, isn't it?
I
But
don't know.
a sandwich is not a hot
defined,
dog. It's like our
A
square
sandwich
rectangle.
is defined by 2 pieces of bread with the content in the middle. So I mean, technically,
So right now, Matt is the sandwich and we're the bread.
Yep.
Yeah.
True story.
yeah. So like, Yeah, no, there was a bunch of cool stuff like that they were doing. They did the first 10 minutes of the fourth Ava movie, rebuild movie, and then the premiere, which I got to. Someone uploaded the first 10 minutes of Ava to YouTube, so I watched it there. But like, yeah, it was. Man, I was like, damn, I'm missing out, dude. I couldn't afford to go though. But yeah, like,
yeah, it's pricey to go there because it's the hotels and the ticket, and if you have to fly there, it all adds up. So
yeah. So what would you guys say is obviously you saw a lot of cosplay. What was the favorite cosplay you saw?
For me, that was easy. Someone was dressed up as a big sister from BioShock, and I just totally fangirled. Like, just
I'm getting
everything.
some feeling that you're really into BioShock.
I have 4 posters on my wall with BioShock on it. Yes. BioShock is my all-time favorite game. I do like this thing where every year I play through it, and like the hardest difficulty.
I do that with Mega Man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. Probably because I love Mega Man. But yeah, okay, that's what's up. So you saw a BioShock cosplay?
Yep.
Oh, wait, who was it? It was Big Daddy?
No, it was a big sister. It was like really detailed. It was the only cosplay photo I took the entire con. Like, that's how awesome it was.
Shit. What about you, Nick?
I saw some guys dressed up it kind of looked like Conti from Fooly Cooley. They had like working televisions on their heads.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They were playing stuff. That's one that I remember that comes to mind. Oh, there's a girl who was dressed as the lo-fi anime hip hop YouTube video.
Yeah,
so
fucking funny.
I saw her like sitting in line for a panel. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
There's a whole like Vice article that I saw on my Facebook feed today about how that particular video has become like a internet phenomenon, which is hilarious.
Because it always shows up on your feed. Like they somehow game the system to get it. Like they know what they're doing as far as like the algorithm somehow.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. It was fucking funny. But yeah, I remember you posted a picture of it on our Discord, and we're like, "What?" That's fucking great. Cosplays like that are hilarious. Like, there's that one that's really famous on the internet where it's like a guy in a box, and he just wrote Gundam on it.
Oh, that's classic. That's from like 2002 or something.
Yeah,
because in Japan they put a ton of effort into their cosplay, and like that got over to like the 2chan like message boards.
Yeah,
and they made a big like meme out of it because the guy looked really serious. Like, he tried really hard, but it was just a box.
Yeah, his, like, arms roll out, like, his poses were super serious. Okay, that's what's up, So,
Sam, you're skipping through stuff. We still haven't got through the panels in the dealer's room, though.
I thought you were done with the panels.
No, there's a lot. So, like, any of the industry panels, like Crunchyroll or Viz Media or whatever, you don't really need to go to those because it's just, like, a giant commercial for their upcoming releases and products, and they don't even do a lot of like live announcements at those. They do like a couple. They do giveaways and raffles, but it's like that's the type of panel. If you can get into one of those, you're just trying to sit down. You don't have to wait in a line. That's fine. But anybody who goes to AX, like, you can skip out on those. I would just go to the panels that are like content creators and like guests of honor type stuff. Go to stuff that you can't see elsewhere, basically.
Which reminds me,
fucking awesome.
We gotta talk about we didn't talk about the Mother's Basement panel at all.
Oh yeah. His was on Sunday.
Yeah, his was on Sunday. It was like the last thing we did before we like. What did we just? I think we just ate after that and then left. But
yeah, because I had
panel?
to go. It was good. It was just a Q&A the whole time, so I was trying to get you guys to go up there. So
I gotta give props to Jeff though, because I need to learn that man's art because he got some like occasional like aggressive questions. And boy, it was like watching him deflect bullets. It was like okay.
Yeah. Like they're getting like political. I'm like, oh damn.
Like that one about like communism. Oh my god, he played that so perfectly. It was just like, holy shit. Like, how do you? Because I don't know. I've been asked awkward questions like that before in public, like on the spot, and it's just like, what? Oh god, no. Like, why are you doing this to me?
Blindsided by. God, that sucks that you're at an anime convention and they're trying to ask you stupid shit like that.
Well, yeah, he basically said it's like, well, people come here to get away from that stuff, and I try to do that too, something to that effect.
Because he said that, and then he followed up the question about, because it was like, would you ever make a video on communism? And then it was some like pretty aggressive question like that, and he's like, because you're always talking about it on Twitter.
All the trolls to get on your videos.
Yeah, and his response was like something along the lines of like, look, like if there's like a show that an anime show that talked about communism and had like an interesting concept, it'd be neat to dive into it, and like, oh, his response was so perfect that like everyone clapped afterwards, and I was just like, that's like pro. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, if you do like a
Major
wisecrack
props to
style
Jeff.
video where you analyze it, and you're
Right.
not trying to like insert your own agenda in there, then it's good. People can learn something from it.
I mean, and when I say that, I do think it's important to pay attention to politics. I personally do.
Oh, yeah,
but like
but,
at an anime convention, when you're at an Anituber's panel, it's kind of like, oh, come on, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, and that
Like-
was just like one of the questions. I think most of the questions were pretty good though. Like,
Oh yeah,
Sure,
most of them
yeah.
were like, just like friendly, like, 90% of them like, when are you gonna make a video on this really niche anime that I love a lot? And Jeff was like, oh, I'd love to do one eventually. It's kind of like the same thing. I get that question all the time. Like, when are you gonna make a video? Like, no offense, whoever this guy is, because he literally just like DM'd me yesterday. He asked me to make a video on Haitu Gensu no Grimgar, which is like my favorite like fantasy anime ever to come out.
oh, the isekai from a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's an isekai from a couple years ago. That's the problem. So if I make a video about that,
Yeah.
like, no one's gonna watch it. No one's gonna give a shit.
It sucks. The seasonal churn it's brutal.
It is brutal, but at the same time, I've made videos on Grimgar. They weren't good videos, and I would love to revisit the show. And if I ever like have spare time, I do a video on Grimgar. But at the same time, just like making that spare time is near
Yeah.
impossible.
You could do one of those like concept videos where you talk about an idea and then just use that as an excuse to pitch Grimgar.
Yeah, I mean that's like the only way you could get away with that.
Yeah.
Like that's how I got away with Excel World. Was I was just like, like I watched that show and like I was like, I need to talk about Excel World, and then but like that idea came to me so easily because it was like, God, like so close to Sword Art Online. It came out before Sword Art Online. So fucking good.
it's the same guy who writes them.
Yeah, it is the same guy.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
this weird kind of fucked up like what if this show had taken off like Sword Art Online did, and then like inspired a whole generation of writers. And
Dude,
how
I really wish it
different
would
would have
have.
been.
I love Excel World.
Excel World was like one of those shows I loved as like when I first came out, but that was when I thought I had bad taste, so it was like whatever. I mean, I still have bad taste, but that's not the
Yeah,
point.
I mean, we all nobody grows out of their bad taste. We all have it.
But when I went back to watch it, I was expecting to hate it, and then I just like binged the show in a week, and oh my god, like I had so many feelings running through me. I was like, I loved that show, and I didn't realize how much I loved it. Like it went from being a show that was like in the top 50 to 100 shows I liked to being like top 10 after my rewatch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it.
I
just,
still
like,
haven't seen that one.
Dude, it's cool. It's fucking great.
It's
it kind of like, it's got some unanswered things in it. But I think they were gonna make more and they didn't or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
what happened.
the idea was that they were expecting it to take off, and it obviously never did. It was like,
Because Sword Art
it's-
Online and Attack on Titan were like the same time, and like those two just dominated, right?
yeah, they did.
Mhm.
So it got overshadowed, much like a I don't know,
It's
pro
not that
athlete.
it didn't get. Excel World was a popular show. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
problem is that it came out before. I'm not sure about Attack on Titan, but it definitely came out before Sword Art Online. Only by like 2 months though, and it was a big show. And then Sword Art Online just blew up, and then it never got that chance to take off, which is a shame because I love it personally.
Dude, fucking Brain Burst.
Brain
It's
Burst.
so sick. It's really fucking dope. Like, but yeah, people were thinking too, like that it's like the same universe, and then it's actually not. Like the author said, it's not. But he still came out with like that fan light novel, that really fan servicey light novel where Yuki fights Kirito, or whatever, in like the
Yeah.
virtual world. Anyway,
2 years worth of semen glopped into Atsuna's Vagugu.
Oof.
what is your problem? God, like
You haven't heard of that one?
no.
Fan fiction
No.
with Sao. Mac was talking about that all the time. I think Matt knows what I'm talking about.
Snake.
Okay. Anyway.
I didn't make it up. Look, I'm just quoting. I'm just a messenger.
All right. So the Mother's
Oh.
Basement panel was legit though. Yeah.
And I gotta mention, so I was telling Matt, I think I showed you the YouTube video of it with Endless Jess and Mother's Basement and Digibro, and like they did the Plebe and the Weeb where they talked about Excel World. but it was really just an excuse for Endless Jess to go insane and talk about Cross-Ange.
Yeah.
That video made me want to watch Cross-Ange because you pronounce it croissant like a croissant or something, but
Croissant.
But yeah, like they were kind of like poo pooing. I think Mother's Basement liked it more than they did, but like Jesse was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen," and he was like folding in his chair and like spilling beer on himself. You guys gotta watch that.
What the fuck,
God,
dude?
Yeah.
Hilarious episode. Like, you know, you're not gonna agree that they dislike the show or whatever, but it's just really funny what they did. It's not even really a review of the show. It's just Endless Jess like doing stupid shit. But yeah, that reminded me of it. So, Plebe and the Weeb.
There you go.
Okay.
Crunchyroll.com/basement.
All right, don't do that anymore. That's enough. Anyway, okay, that's what's up. So what else did you guys do?
I mean, we did a lot. So
Yeah, there's
Other than party and eat food, obviously, but like and go to Mother's Basement panel.
Nick and I hung out mostly Friday and Sunday, right?
Yeah. Saturday, I was doing other stuff, I think.
Yeah, Saturday was when I was busy with like anti-tuber stuff. I was running around doing a bunch of extra stuff. Like Friday we did Dealer's Hall. Then because Taser Lad was with us most of the time. Speaking of which, huge shout out to Taser Lad. He's such a cool guy.
Oh, yeah, Taser Lad, yeah.
Yeah, we hung out with him.
He was super chill.
I hung out with him a little bit last year. Like we talked for like 15, 20 minutes, and that was it. But this year we ended up like hanging out for like freaking 4 to 5 hours, and he's so much fun. Like he's honestly like super charismatic. I had a blast hanging out with Taser Lad and you, obviously, of course. But yeah, we the three of us, we went to like the Mabinogi meetup. More like I forced you guys to come with me because I needed to go. Because I'm friends with them. And then after
I got my first gotcha.
Yeah,
I remember that. I'm like, what is this little capsule?
I forgot how popular Mabinogi was still. Jeez, I totally forgot about that game.
And that's like a video game.
You should come back. The game's so
MMORPG.
good. I mean, I'm lying. The game's not so good, but you should come back.
It's the community, Sam. The community.
It's the community.
Yeah. No, but we did that. Oh, I had my anime YouTuber meetup. Not my anime YouTuber. My meetup for me and my viewers and friendos and so on.
Oh, that's where I found you, actually.
Yeah, that was fun. I had two viewers come up to me and like introduce themselves and take selfies with me, and that was super cool. They were both extremely friendly. Found out later that one of them was a patron and she didn't say anything, and I felt bad about it. But yeah, no, that was super awesome. I got to hang out with them. They were super fun. I actually ended up seeing both of them later on in the con, and I just kind of waved and said hi, which was nice. And then we had my meetup was like a pseudo anime YouTuber meetup because Isla McTeer showed up, Nice Guy showed up, you showed up, Nick showed up.
I confused a different guy for Mr. Nice Guy. It was like a redheaded version of Mr. Nice Guy. He looked exactly like him, though. I was like, "Oh, hey, dude, it's Mr. Nice Guy." Wait a second, you're you're different. But I'm like, you know what? You get a business card anyway. Let me find a good one. Give me 5 minutes.
Oh, that's what I gotta do this year. I'm remaking all my love letters.
Oh yeah, you have love letters, which are like act as business cards, right?
Yes. So that's like my shtick is I hand out love letters at the con that have like my information on my business card inside them, along with like a nice note too. It's not just for business.
Yeah, I mean those are memorable.
Yeah, like it's good because I can plug literally anybody and not feel like a shitty person about it. But what else? Yeah, that was fun. That was just about everybody we had at the con.
Side note: I learned not to ever take anything that someone hands you on the street, like because I thought a guy was like selling CDs on the street, but it didn't look like that. So he handed. I was walking to like from Tom's Urban to like the YouTuber meetup or something, or to the YouTuber meetup. Anyway, I was walking there, and the guy hands me something. I'm like, oh, this must be a pamphlet or something. I'm like, oh, what is this? And he's like, oh yeah, man, it's my CD. We're making music. Yo, who should I make it out to? And he starts to sign it, and I'm like, oh, it's like a free thing, right? I'm like, no, Nick, it's not free. He's gonna demand money from you.
Oof. How much did you give him for it?
It was $5. I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
Fuck it.
At least you got the minimum roll on him. So what those guys do is it's like a kind of a, it's not a con because it's not like illegal, but it's a dick move.
They were on the street outside of the con. Yeah, it was like Staples Center.
Like hand out CDs and they try to fake it as like free, and then they demand money from it when you walk away with them.
Yeah, it's like it's a common trick. Yeah, so don't take anything from your hand. Be like, sorry, man, hands are full.
No, just always pull the tip of like, don't have any cash on me, or sorry, I'm gonna go meet. I'm like in a rush to meet a friend. And
exactly.
Usually.
Politely decline, and then walk fast.
So Nick is a goober once again.
Yeah, I'm a goober. That's a good description. But you know what, Sam? You get a free CD right now, so congratulations.
I'm gonna listen to it.
You got to deal with it.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be the most fire mixtape of 2019.
Good.
Yeah, you pull it in as like Drake, and you're like, oh wait, what?
Like, whatever.
I'm crying.
Drake just gets in disguise sometimes and does that.
It's a $5
dance
lesson.
with myself in the shower.
$5
I'm
well
Drake.
No, $5 isn't bad for that. Usually, like they try to get you for like 20 or something.
Yeah, well, no, I mean it's
rip off.
Yeah, it's on the street. Jesus, like they don't even sell them for that much in the store. It's like, yeah. Anyway,
but what we're talking about, I don't remember.
Anime Expo.
We were talking about the panels.
I'm gonna go back
and
to the dealer's room a little bit. So,
yeah, my next question was, how much money did you bring, and how much did you spend?
Well, first of all, that's private.
Okay, well, yeah. What's the most expensive thing you bought?
Too much. Let's see. That CD was mentally expensive, but I was like actually stressed out afterward. I'm like, oh god, I feel violated. Wasn't even that bad. Like I'm just a pussy. But let's see. For me, I bought an Nendoroid for like $50. Probably that. But that, like, the thing is, all my purchases were small, but they all added up, and I'm like, oh shit, I've spent too much money.
That was my problem too.
Yeah. Well, I bought a couple of T-shirts for $40. They're really nice material. Like, I think I showed them to you guys on Discord, and Matt saw them.
What Nendo?
It was Bakugo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Good choice. Proud of you.
And also General Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, you bought 2 Nendos?
Yeah. And I did the thing where I paid with a card, and they charge tax. So, like, if you go to a convention, just pay with cash, because then they don't charge you the sales tax.
Yeah, because they get charged to use that little square thing or whatever on their iPad or
and
whatever.
It is worth it. It is worth it to use to pay an ATM fee, assuming it's a safe ATM. Obviously, don't go to a shady ATM. But like, even if you have to pay, a $3 ATM fee, that's still less than the tax you would pay. The only downside
every time you swipe your card, right?
Basically, yeah. And the only downside is you're carrying a bunch of cash, so it's like, don't drop your money. But
the thing about some banks though is that they charge you for using a non-whatever ATM also too. So
well, that's the ATM fee, right?
No, that's
well, no. There's the ATM that charges you, and then your bank charges you for using a non-version of theirs. But anyway, just know your fees.
I should check my statement right now.
Basically, just bring.
I'm assuming it's still less than what I would spend on tax, though.
Yeah, no, seriously, yeah, just bring cash, and don't bring, like, if you're at a hotel, leave some of it at the hotel. Don't bring it all with you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, don't put it in your sock either.
My sock's 20.
Gross, dude.
He pulls out. We were all drinking. What was it, Friday night? And Nick pulls out a 20 out of his fucking sweaty ass sock. And we're like, dude, what the fuck?
Oh, we're talking about Nick who did that? Oh, fucking course.
Dude, I'm the ultimate goober, man.
We're like, what the fuck?
You are such a butt sniffer, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
I tweeted that
That's
too.
such a Nick thing, like.
I'm so proud. I know. I retweeted it. I think I said something at least.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I mean, man, it sounds like fucking Matt, especially. You met a lot of other content creators and shit too. Wait a second. Hold on. Back up. What's the most expensive thing you bought, Matt?
Oh yeah, my BioShock bag. So it was $60, but it was like this weird thing where you had all the stuff inside the bag too. It was like a mystery box. I was like, can I just buy the bag? Like, I don't want the shit inside. And the guy was like, no, you have to buy the bag. So I bought the bag, and I got like one thing I liked, which was nice, and I threw the rest away.
Oh, you didn't give it away?
Oh, nice.
You could at least give it to us. Shoot.
It was like really shitty. Like there was like plastic toy soldiers in it, and like a weird like gamer on board thing. It was bad. I got an Overwatch cup, which was like my victory. Like, yay, I'll use that.
Yay, Overwatch Cup. That's what's up. That's my first Nendo. Is a May Nendo. Nick got it for me for
Oh
my
yeah,
birthday.
and now they're on sale for $20 at GameStop.
Oh God, I know.
But I mean, like that was like 3 years later, so 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
later.
for
So you've had it
sure,
that whole.
yeah.
Well, you've had it about half that time because it took me a year to get it to you.
Yeah.
Even though we live like 20 minutes away, I'm just like, I forgot.
So we kind of already talked about like people you were excited to see and meet, and what other anime tubers and content creators were you excited to meet? Obviously, we met with Matt, or you met with Matt, so that's fucking awesome. Matt's always fucking cool, dude. Thanks for coming on, dude.
No, it's always a blast. I like prodded Nick. I was like, when are you gonna have me back on your fucking podcast?
Yeah, I know. I still gotta
So,
get
like-
the other guys I gave business cards. I'm like, Holden and Mr. Nice Guy, you guys should come on the pod. I sent that to them like last year too, and we just never got to it.
Yeah, dude, freaking. So, how would you say, both you guys, okay? How is like this year compared to last year?
It was much better weather.
Oh,
For
significantly.
sure. Aside
weather
from the
was so
earthquakes.
much better. Here's a weird thing. So like this con, I just had like a fun time the entire time. It was a blast. But like last year, I got into some like crazy shenanigans that was super fun. But at
so
the same
higher
time,
highs.
higher highs, but like lower lows. Because then there was
Yep.
a whole day where I was just by myself, like sitting in lines at panels that I didn't even like end up.
Dude, that was me.
enjoying.
That was me the first day of the con. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad. But no, like you got to make it happen though. You got to take action.
Yeah, but I think overall, like, I enjoyed this con. Like, the thing was, like, I went out for good stories, and then just shit happened, and it was like, oh, okay, so nothing happened then. like the whole, like, buying our first Doujin, which we're gonna get into, because that is, like, a decent story.
Oh yeah, I
And
want to
then,
hear
yeah,
that
yeah.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, then the Faku party ended up just kind of being a weird situation because something happened. I think my favorite story of the entire con. So I gotta drop this one. So I bumped into Jeff like 8 to 10 times at Anime Expo this year. It was like weird. We just kept bumping into each other, which is fine because we're friends. But I think my favorite part was, so we went to the Faku party and it's like 1 a.m. And Nick, after you left, I don't know if you saw us, we took like 3 shots. We got fucking shit faced.
Oh yeah, no, I saw some people tweeting about it. I think like was Giguk there?
Yeah, everyone was like all the big YouTubers were there, but we showed up like super late, so most of them were gone.
Okay.
But so I show up, and Jeff's leaving the con, and I'm shit faced. So like I just go up and I just start talking to Jeff, and we're going back and forth, and he's like, "Hey Matt, like I'm sorry, like I got a really early morning tomorrow. I'd come hang out with you guys, but I gotta go because I got an early morning thing to do tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, that's fine." So we go out, we party for like 2 hours, come back, pass out, and then I remember like, oh shit, like I got a thing at like 8 in the morning. It was like 9 in the morning, I think. I have to be at Viz Media's. They have like a room where they were filming like a few of the YouTubers like, I got invited to, where we were like doing this weird like game show thing. So I get up and I show up. I'm so fucking hungover, and I walk in the room, and Jeff's just sitting there. And he's like, "Is this like the?" And he was like, "Oh, this was like the early morning thing he had to do, the exact same thing I had to do." And then I just walked past him and got drunk. Like the judgment on his eyes were just like, "Really? Like you had this too, and you still went out and drank, Matt?" Oh god! And I was so fucking hungover
sides of the
throughout
same
the
coin.
interview. The poor guy was just like trying to work with me, and I was like, "Hi guys, I'm Manime Matt. God, can you turn down the lights?"
Yeah. Is that on YouTube?
I don't know. Let me check.
might be soon.
It would have to be on like Viz Media's like actual YouTube channel, I would assume, if it's up.
Yeah, look it up real quick. I'm
Um,
fucking. That's really fucking funny, dude. Like-
Let's see.
or maybe it's not up yet. Maybe they're
Anime Expo
still-
cosplay lookbook. It might be up. I don't see anything yet. No, there's nothing up just yet.
It might be on their website. Or,
Yeah.
or later. Yeah, because it's only been a couple weeks, So like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But like, yeah, that's fucking funny, dude. That's hilarious.
But yeah, that was my favorite moment, was just sitting there like completely hungover and Jeff just kind of giggling. I think the other funny moment was like when they were doing it, the guys asked me like, "So how much do you like manga?" And then Jeff just like giggled in the background. It's like, "Fuck you."
He has the Bookwalker thing, right?
Huh?
He has like a Bookwalker sponsorship or something.
Yeah, he's like a book walker. But I have the famous video that's called "Fuck You, I Don't Read Manga."
Oh
yeah.
I bet the interviewer knew that and he's just like trolling, but probably not.
Yeah. All right, so tell us. Well, actually, you know what? Let me get Nick's answer and then tell us the Doujin story after. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So compared to last year, Nick.
Oh, compared to last year? So it's weird. Like, I've been there 3 years, and, like, each year has, like, different highs and lows. Like, I think every year I've had, like, a low, but I've also had pretty high highs. Like, I would say the middle year with Mac was, like, it was, like, relatively... It was pretty good most of the time, like, the vast majority. I didn't really have... You know, it was pretty steady. But the year before that with Quokka, it's, like... I also had, like, a low where at the last day of the con on Sunday... I had to stay there, but it was weird. It was low and high where, 4th of July was on Sunday, I think, or it might have been Monday that year. And my plane didn't leave till the next day. So I had to find another Airbnb and I'm like, oh shit, I'm just totally alone now. And, yeah, so it was funny. But then we got to meet a bunch of YouTubers and obviously Matt that year. And so like that was pretty cool. But then this year it was like I started low on Thursday. And even Wednesday, actually, because of our hotel like, the people I was rooming with had to take a bus, and their bus was running really late. So I'm like, oh, shit, now I got to check in to the hotel and do all that. And then, like, the first day, we didn't go to day 0. I'm kind of rambling here. So it started slow, and then it got really great on Friday. Like, that whole day was awesome. I got to meet a bunch of people. Saturday, I think I met Chris on Saturday. Or it might have been a Friday. I think I might have met everybody on Friday, but, yeah. And then, so, yeah, that was, like, really cool for that.
Did you get to see ARA or Raging Aztec?
No. We were, like, messaging back and forth, but we never, like, ended up meeting. I don't know if they had a badge or not. I think it was, like, they were just going to stop by the con.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He's one of our longtime Discord. He's fucking awesome, and he helps me out with the news, which is dope. But, yeah. And he runs the Manga Book Club right now in our Discord. So if you want to join Manga Book Club, tag him. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I think.
So would you say that it was better though in general?
It was like each year had its good. Like I would say each year for me it was pretty even. They are like it's almost like it's hard to compete with the first year just because everything's new and exciting. So like I guess I'll always just say the first year because it's like watching the first movie of a trilogy or whatever. You're like, oh, that's the first one.
Yeah.
And the first year we had the whole thing with Aki happen to us.
Yeah, that was crazy because Quokka like kind of knew some people, so he's like, guys, let's just hang around and stalk them, and then that's how we met them.
What the fuck?
So like, that was kind of crazy. That was fun. But yeah, I mean, every year is good. So it is what you make it though at a convention, no matter where you go. Like, if you go by yourself, like you have to put an effort into having a good time and like meeting people and all that. Or if you go with friends, same thing. You don't just sit in your hotel room or do lame shit like just waste time. Like do stuff at the convention that you can't do elsewhere. Like don't go to the video room and watch anime for 5 hours. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I remember my first anime convention. Like there were some people I met, they were really cool, but all they wanted to do was go into like one of the rooms where they were watching all of like Gotcha Man or something.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of other shit, but yeah.
I mean, I understand if it's like a rare thing that you can't really find elsewhere, but that's not even a thing anymore because you can just torrent everything now. I mean,
right? Yeah, it's definitely video rooms are not really a thing anymore. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're good if you just want to chill for a few minutes. But anyway,
if you want to chill,
they're good.
Yeah,
for
it was a good time.
They're really good. For
hangovers. Yeah, because they're dark.
Fucking mad.
That is, I'm just saying, I use the viewing rooms every year.
No, they are good for that.
Points.
I think that's like the unspoken rule is like you have to be hungover to go in there. But yeah, like it's good. I spent a lot of time in the dealer's room and the artist alley this year because I just like really enjoy, especially the dealer's room, like just the environment of it and like the bright lights and everything's like fresh and cool to me. So like looking around, looking at cosplays and different items that I'm not going to buy. But yeah, as far as like stories though, like I think I already told a few of them, so I can't think of any. Nothing like super crazy happened to me this year. Oh no, the first night. So me and one of the Discord members were. Anyway, she's like really into cosplay and everything, and she guested on our pod one time. We were we were visiting one of her friends at his hotel near the convention, and everyone was like playing drinking games where there's this one game where you have to like match cards in a certain way and like get through this maze, and basically it's just an excuse to make that person drink themselves silly. I forgot the name of it, but anyway, and then a guy pulled out like a butcher knife, and he's like, "Guys, let's play the knife game."
What the fuck?
I'm like, all right, cool, get a cutting board at least.
Yeah. God damn it, dude.
You know, because the asobe asabase thing where they're like poking between their
Yeah.
fingers. Yeah,
I got
they were
all
doing
my
that.
fingers. Yeah.
No, thank you.
No,
I like my
thanks.
fingers.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah. I mean, it was like 5 seconds, but it was really funny though.
That's what's up. Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. But I do want to hear this Doujin story, because right before we started recording,
yeah.
Nick was like, Matt's first Doujin on the show sheet. I'm like, what?
So I had a goal this con. So in my life, I've never owned a porn mag. I've never owned a Doujin, and I've always wanted one just to have one. And so Nick and I were talking, and I found out this dude's like an expert on pornography, like very skilled. Like you knew so much.
Connoisseur.
You're a connoisseur, Nick. And
Yeah,
so
Nick is really into Doujins for some reason.
I'm not really. I just know slightly more than the average person, but it's
You
not
know
that
a
much.
lot more than the
No,
average
yeah,
person.
don't
I think my
downplay
favorite
it.
part
The
was when we were in
esteemed
the
works of
Faku booth.
Yamanagawa. Oh yeah, the Faku
And you
booth.
were like, just like looking at the Doujins, like, oh, I think this is a such and such piece. I'm like, what? And I looked, I'm like, you're right. What the fuck, dude?
I'm like, do they have Metamorphosis by Shindo L? I'm like,
God.
they did.
Oh
I
my
should have
God.
bought that. I really should have bought that.
We
I'm
should have both
upset.
bought. Yeah, we should have bought from Faku because the place we went to kind of sucked. But so the whole story was, I don't know. Do you have your own Doujin or no?
No, I don't. I've never spent money on
Yeah, that's-
porn. I mean, like
that was
strip
my
club.
thing.
Does a strip club count? No.
No. Well, that was the thing. I was like, hey, Nick, let's go buy our first Doujins together. Like this would be a great story. Let's go look at Doujin, and we'll each buy our own first one together. So we start going around and we start looking at Doujin, and like we went to the Faku booth, which had some like pretty good Doujin we were looking at, and then we're like, let's go to
Keep
the 18
looking.
plus.
Let's see what else there
plus
is.
thing.
Yeah.
So we go to the 18 plus thing, and everything is so fucking expensive at the 18 plus area.
And it's not translated, most of it,
Yeah, none of it's. Yeah, most of it wasn't translated.
because it's directly from like
"Son of a
Comic
bitch." So I proudly was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna find the first Doujin that looks halfway decent, and I'm just gonna that's not crazy expensive. I'm gonna buy it because I just want to own one. I want to own a Doujin. And I was
Yeah.
like, Nick, let's find our Doujins. So we spent like an hour looking for a good Doujin. And I finally found one, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy mine. And like, I bought my Doujin, and then Nick looks over to me and goes, I'm not gonna buy one.
I pussed out.
Completely pusses out.
I found
on
a
buying
space
Doujin.
battleship Yamato 2199, and I would have bought it, but I couldn't read. I wanted to read the text. I'm
Yeah, I
really
feel you on
particular.
that. 1 second. I'll be right. I'm gonna grab my Doujin real quick. It's literally right there.
What I could have done is like tried to find a scan online or whatever. But
See, I have this whole case of like manga right next to my shit, and yeah, I decided to check it out the other day, and it's a really shitty Doujin, and I'm really mad about it.
Really? Oh, because
Yeah,
he showed you what it was, right? You got to see basically what it
I
was.
got to see it, and I was like, oh, that doesn't look half bad, and I bought it, and I was like, this is really kind of like boring, almost.
Oh, but it's too vanilla.
It's like it's not. It's like a weird like orgy thing, and like I don't know.
Not enough mind break, dude. This is why you should have bought Metamorphosis. You would,
Dude,
have
your mind break is too much for me. You're like explaining
seriously,
the
dude.
plot of Metamorphosis,
Oh,
and I was like, whoa! I was like, that is not for me.
It's really messed up. Yeah, it's like, well, I like to say Shindo L. It's really good for the first half, and then, those faint of heart definitely close the book after that.
Yeah, see, this is my
it gets
problem.
dark.
I like Doujin with stories. So here's
had
the
a
opening
story.
scene. The guy walks in through the door, and then the girl with all their tits are out, and then he's like, "Oh, let's all fuck," and then they all start fucking. That's it. That's like I'm on page 3 and he's already having sex. Like that's
yeah, that's
not
a little
how.
fast. That's a little fast.
Yeah, I like build up and story and plot, and this is just like porn, and it sucks.
Yeah. You need the ones that are just like a mind fuck though. Like those are the best ones, because the draw. No, look, because the drawings are way better. Like the guys with the crazy like fantasies are always the ones who put the most effort into it. Like the super vanilla stuff, nobody cares. They're just churning it out.
I mean,
what I'm
I guess
saying.
you know what, Nick, you're such an expert at this. I'm starting to believe you, and it's scaring me.
God.
Dude, I keep thinking of this one called Love Labyrinth, where everybody looks like a doll, but it's like they're so perfectly drawn. Then it's like, wow, this is actually really good.
See, like, that right there. Why do you know this?
I write them down on my phone. All right,
He's
I have a
He's an expert, bro.
note list.
God. Okay. That's hilarious. But no, I'll tell you what, though. Like, I think especially because, Matt, you're not that much older than we are, right? Like, you're our age.
I think you're a
I'm-
little
I'm-
younger, right? You're like 20, mid 20.
I'm 24.
Okay, yeah. So, like, you grew up, like, me and Nick grew up around the time where, like, Kazaa and LimeWire were a thing. So we just downloaded.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
always went to. That's why I never had one. I was like, I always went to like
Yeah.
the internet for porn.
Yeah,
Like,
we're all
as a
by the
reasonable
time-
human
We're all
being.
millennials.
By
Yeah,
the time we were 18 years old, that's when digital internet was a thing already. High-speed internet was a thing already, and it's like we were just watching you porn and RedTube.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
it's like it didn't know. By the time we could buy fat material, we just didn't need to. You know, it's like, you know. But yeah, no, I feel that. I don't own one myself. I should own one. I should definitely get one.
I think I'm gonna make next year. I'm gonna find a good Doujin I want to buy. Like,
Just
I think
get a good
that's
one,
gonna
yeah.
be my goals. I want to buy a good Doujin because this Doujin's kind of shitty, and I just have. It's funny. Like, I have a ton of manga now because I got like a ton of free manga from like a thing I did, and
Sweet.
so I just have it sitting up there with all my manga, and I'm just waiting for a friend to come over and look through it and just find my porn and be like, oh.
You got to hide it under your bed and then have like a little kid be like, "What's this?" It's
I don't
anime
really bring
trope.
little kids into my room, so.
Well, no, your little brother and or sister gets into your room and snoops around your stuff. That's the meme, right?
There you go. Yeah.
As your
Okay.
as your best friend from school walks home and you guys are doing.
I mean, if
nothing.
you really want to go that far, Nick, you can just go anime trope. It's my sister who is 18, but for some reason looks like she's 10, and
Not really.
but she's actually your half sister, so it's okay.
yeah, exactly.
She's your sister, stepsister, or something.
Stepsis, yeah.
There
That you
go.
kind of grew up with a little bit.
God. That's so
Okay,
fucked.
one last question, and then before we sign off here, any like cons in the future you guys want to go to before Expo next year, or so just go ahead and you start next.
Yeah, I'll
Or
go ahead and
Matt.
start this off. Let's see. I think so. I'm only going to be going to. So actually, fun fact: I'm a special guest at MechaCon this year in New Orleans, which is really cool. So I get to do panels.
Isn't that
and-
where you're from, New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm originally from New Orleans, so it was really
And some
it's really cool.
beignets.
Huh? Beignets. I'll probably get some beignets when I'm down. I mostly just miss the seafood. I'm gonna fucking kill some like shrimp.
Oh, I
boys.
love seafood.
But it's like a swamp every day in New Orleans, right? It's just like
Yeah.
1,000% humidity.
It's fucking awful. I hated
people live
living
there?
there when I did. You don't live anywhere else, so you don't have reference.
That's
And
crazy.
then
Yeah.
Or you're just like naturally Cajun or something.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of exactly how that works. Most people who live in New Orleans never leave New Orleans. Like, I was actually like a freak of nature when I told everyone I was moving to California. They're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, what do you mean? And then I moved to California. I'm like, "Fuck New Orleans!" Like, holy shit, this is heaven.
Yeah.
This is what weather feels like. But yeah, I'm going to go be a special guest at MechaCon this year, which is going to be a blast. MechaCon was the first con I ever went to. Super fun, like a good like late night party con. Which, if you didn't know me, I like to party and drink a lot. I'm a bad person.
That's part of the
Hardy,
con,
hardy,
man.
hardy.
Partying.
And then also Anime LA, Anime Los Angeles, another one of my favorite cons. I'll be going to this year. I'm gonna see if I can get a press pass just so I don't have to pay for an actual badge.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Taserlad had a press pass. He's just like, I just kind of asked for one.
Yeah, I learned how to do it now, so I'm gonna do it next year. Just try
Dude,
to
we should
get
get
out
me a
of
press
paying.
pass. Somehow.
Gosh.
Dude, I'm a podcaster, man. That's
That's
news.
That's it. That's it between me and Anime Expo.
What about you,
Um,
Nick? What are you thinking of?
Yeah, I want to visit ASEN, like Anime Central. I think that's in Chicago. That'd be kind of cool.
That's another one of the big ones.
That's a
yeah.
big one, yeah. And then Otakon is the other big one. It's like Otakon or Anime Expo, Otakon, ASEN are I think the three biggest. There might be one other that I'm missing. In any case, in USA is what I meant. But yeah, like Otakon, I know they moved that to DC, like Washington DC, which is still kind of really shitty weather because it's just like a swamp. So, but ASEN would be nice. Chicago, that one's also gonna be really expensive though. So the thing is, like, I only have gone to Anime Expo this year, so because it's just it's pretty pricey. So I'm gonna have to like figure something out. I know one year I did a local convention that was just like a fan local convention directly after Anime Central, or not Anime Central, Anime Expo. That was 2017. I did 2 conventions back to back, 8 days. It was like 9 days in a row. Not doing that again.
Were you talking about that?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Like when I went to the second one, I'm like, I'm just gonna sit in panels and just rest my eyes.
Just
but
gonna chill here for a little bit.
yeah. It was it was really funny. But yeah, like I like going to the smaller panels. Oh shoot, there's another one I'm thinking of. There's one in Ohio that's like at a water park. That's supposed to be really dope.
Yeah. I want to do that one year.
I forgot the name of it, but it's supposed to be really cool.
I have a friend in Ohio, and she used to volunteer and staff at OhioCon.
It's like Mondo Con, or
but there's another one.
Something else.
There's another big one near the the Toledo area. That's probably the one you're thinking of.
Anyway, I think it already happened. It happens like earlier in the year. But yeah, like
Sure.
I enjoy going to the smaller conventions. Like I was telling Matt, I think like the perfect size is like 10 to 20,000, and maybe even less than 20,000, just because like you can actually move around at that point. Like you don't have to be waiting in line for 3 hours on the first day because they only have 8 booths open or whatever.
I mean, that's Anime Expo only, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I went to
Expo is
A-Kon,
different.
which is like the second biggest con in the U.S.
Oh yeah, A-Kon, yeah.
Nothing like Anime Expo.
That one's in Texas.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's one of my favorite cons I've been to.
Yeah, I got to go to that because it's like that's less of an industry thing, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's strictly just like a party con.
Yeah, party cons are the best. Like, and Anime Expo is really cool too, just because like it's so big. There's so much cool stuff to do, but at the same time, there's a lot of downsides to it, just like the big crowds, and it feels less personal.
Yeah.
But yeah, like totally, I definitely want to visit some other stuff. But yeah, basically with conventions, like I said, just do stuff there that you can't do elsewhere, right? Party.
Right.
It's just like every day is Halloween. Pretend every day is Halloween and just do that.
All right then. I'm glad you guys had fun. Hopefully, I'll go to some cons soon here because I've been itching to go to one for a while.
Yeah, Sam, we should go to one.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm down to clown. I'm pretty sure there's a cat convention where we live though. I'm certain there's a cat convention here. We should go be with the cats. Just pet cats all day.
The Neko convention. I'd cry.
There's a line of cats. There's a panel. Black cats. Black cats versus
Smokey.
brown cats. Who would win?
Oof, race wars.
There's a whole
already.
panel discussion on why the black cat superstition is bullshit, and then there's just a bunch of black cats you can adopt.
Best lint rollers. Lint rollers and you, the panel.
Oh my god.
The trick is to start your panel name with a letter early in the alphabet so it shows up earlier. That's
Oh,
what you
true
do.
that. Just put something panel. There you go.
Yeah.
Panel.
0101 AAA panel.
Yeah. All right. Hey Matt, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. It's always a blast to shoot the shit with you guys.
Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, we should do
that's
another
awesome,
one
man.
at some point.
Hell yeah, dude.
Always.
If you ever want to do a seasonal app with us, you should for sure.
Ooh, I might take you up on that soon.
Are you caught up with this season?
No, not yet.
Would you like
I'm
to
still
show
working
up
on
next
it,
week?
Yeah, we can
I don't
check
think
in
I can
with
do
you,
that.
so.
No. But
So
yeah.
one more thing I forgot to mention early before when I normally do all the contact info and stuff is I have 2 months of Nitro that I can give. Shout out to Discord member Chitkicks, who is a Nitro booster in our Discord. He has provided me with 2 different codes, 1 month each of Nitro. So 2 people can get some Nitro. So what I want you to do is tweet a picture of your waifu or something and say, listen to @Anime Summit podcast. Screen cap it, post it in the Discord for me so I can see it, and I'm going to enter you in a drawing, and then if you want to win, and it's just 1 month, so it's not that big of a deal, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to have the contest open too long. It's just a little giveaway that Chitkicks provided me with. So shout out to our Nitro booster in our Discord, Chitkicks. And so thank him, okay? If you win, don't forget to thank him and Anime Summit podcast for you, okay? Yeah, 1 month of Nitro for free. It's pretty cool. Nitro is pretty cool. I do not have it, but Nick has it, and I'm sure Nick can vouch that Nitro is awesome.
Dude, Gudetama babies. That's all I gotta say.
For emojis, yeah, they emote the Gudetama emojis.
I was looking at like merchandise at Expo. They had a couple Gudetama things.
Yeah,
I was
Nick
like,
is like,
"Oh,
that's Nick's thing right
I
now
need
is
those."
Gudetama.
And then I looked on Amazon. They're like $15 cheaper. I'm like, I'll just order on Amazon.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. There you go. All right, so thanks again, Matt. We love you.
Thank you. It's always. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for having me.
So we'll get Matt. If you guys like Matt, let him know. Okay, let him know on his Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. What's your Twitter again?
At Manime Matt.
And then YouTube Manime Matt as well. Check out his videos. Solid videos. Solid YouTuber. Love you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And we have been the Anime Summit Podcast.
Oh, that was perfect timing. The bark in the background.
The part, yeah.
Leave that in, Sam. Leave that in.
All right.